Cosmic Gates coming to you live from Kuala Lumpur, not Miami. That's next week. That will join us for the expedition there as well. I think last week I pissed off my management a little bit by playing my new single on air in Beirut against all the marketing ideas. Sorry for that, guys. I'm really curious what you think of it. It was a bit of a sneak peek, the Giuseppe Ottaviani remix of This Is What It Feels Like. Let me know. Use the hashtag ASOT600KL. That's also the address if you want to suggest any tracks for my set. Hell, I'm nervous again. With us in the studio right now. Great to have you again. Wow, did you guys rock it. I mean, we're looking here in the screens, and oh my god, there's 25,000 people out there.
25,000 people on 40 degrees.
Yeah, and you changed shirts.
No, we just got this from somebody.
It's soaked. I'm sure
we didn't bring the second one.
And don't you have pain in your arms now from holding up your arms the whole time?
Oh, yeah.
It's good exercise, huh?
Like, you just came from Australia, right? Because we met each other in Mexico. You flew that way.
Yeah.
And
But we met each other in Argentina as well.
oh, you met each other in
the week
Argentina.
after.
So you haven't been home yet since Mexico?
Yeah, for one day.
Yeah,
One day, laundry.
Yeah,
Hi,
We're
Mom.
not gonna get home for the next couple of
exactly.
weeks.
Just changing clothes. That's it.
Oh my god! I mean, I always have this. No matter how many of my own tracks I have, don't you get a little bit sick of your own tracks at that one point?
Yes.
That's why we shorten them now.
Yeah, we make them 3-4 minutes every one
Yeah.
of them.
The new extended is the radio edit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, you have 2 singles in the Beatport Top 10. What's next?
We
3
just
singles.
No, I mean, are you doing any cool new stuff?
we just finished our collaboration with Hardwell.
Oh,
he was
nice.
on tour with us. We were on the same tour in Australia, so we finished it in a hotel room.
Oh, curious. How's that? Hardwell?
Yeah, really hard.
Yeah, well.
Hard and well.
Okay, we'll see you next week in Miami. This is the State of Trance, the expedition. Let's enjoy these 2 trance giants from Germany. You're entering the Cosmic Gates.
fortress to keep them out. And in a world gone silent, I'll be your sound. And if they try to hurt you, I'll tear them down. Build a fortress to keep them out. And in a world gone silent, I'll be your sound. And if they try to hurt you, I'll tear them down. I'm always with you.
On a mission to turn this whole world into one big dance floor. This is A State of Trance, the Expedition. I'm Armin van Buuren. And tonight you're hearing us live from the Sepang International Circuit in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. 1 week from now, the Formula 1 will be here actually. But right now we're turning that race course into a dance floor. If you're watching the video stream on thestateoftrance.com, let me know. Use the hashtag ASOT600KL. We're getting reports that it's crisp and clear, so that makes us very happy. Everybody's smiling when walking around. Even you, Ruben. You're tired, but you're smiling.
I'm very tired. I've slept 3 hours since I got here. But the energy of the crowd and of you as well is keeping me alive right now. So and Red Bulls,
of course. Still to come, right after Cosmic Gate, I'll take the stage to trance things up a little bit, followed by another duo from Egypt, Ali and Fila. I think tonight's lineup can go straight into the Guinness Book of Records for having the most duos on stage. Let's see what the atmosphere is like. Gijs, are you on the pitch?
Yeah, I'm definitely on the pitch. Woo, woo, woo.
What is the atmosphere like down there?
Well, I almost feel like it's impolite not to throw my hands in the air because I'm holding a microphone. Well, what's happening here? The weather consultants, that are people, have been actually 5 people around the festival area, been busy all day today to scare the rain away with diamonds and pearls and
Is this really true? We had
This
weather?
is really true. We had weather consultants like the Indians did in the past, but modern times. And it works because it's still dry. Everybody has their hands in the air. And
Oh,
wow, Malaysia.
Well, bless the weather consultants then. Unbelievable.
Yeah, bless them. Whoa.
Cool. All right. Well, let's quickly go back to the rest of Cosmic Gate. Thank you very much, Gijs.
Yo.
episodes of A State of Trance, this is the Expedition World Tour. Now on stage, Cosmic Gate.
Mins from Australia. Just want to congratulate you on the State of Trance 600. It's been amazing so far. Can't wait to see you back in Australia.
Yo, Armin, congrats to State of Trance 600 from Corey Organ and the Heaven's Gate family. I am currently in Croatia having a coffee and really enjoying it. Have fun, guys.
The Expedition World Tour. A State of Trance. A State of Trance 600. Now on stage, Cosmic Gate.
Yo, Malaysia. My question to you is, are you in a state of trance? And did you know the whole world is listening right now? Let's wave to your friends in Australia. Let's wave to your friends in Croatia. All right, guys, let's clap. Come on, clap. I want everybody to clap. Come on, clap. Clap as loud as you can for Cosmic Gates. State of Trance, rocking it from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. If you've just joined us, very warm welcome. We're halfway the Expedition World Tour. Next week, we're coming to you live from Ultra Music Festival in Miami, the other side of the world. It's crazy to think what a big lineup we have there. In about 10 minutes, I'm finally allowed to enter the stage here at Sepang International Circuit. I'm Armin van Buuren, and I'm nervous.
You don't say.
I gotta say. If you have any last minute requests, let me know. Hashtag ASOT600KL right now. I'm reading along with you on Twitter, as you can see on the stream. And look who's here.
Hello.
Mr. Future Sound of Egypt, Fadi Wassat Al-Najib.
Yes, that's it. I know it's hard a bit for you guys.
Najib.
Ali and Fila. Your
Hello.
first appearance this year on tour. We saw each other in Buenos
Argentina.
Aires. Yeah. Have you seen the expedition so far?
I heard already so far, like all the events, like all the friend DJs like John Alcala and Sid Van Riel, all the guys were telling me how amazing it was. Ruben telling me that this year is like phenomenal.
Do you prepare something special for?
For sure.
Yeah?
Always.
New tracks, remixes.
New tracks.
And you're having a celebration soon with your own radio show. Future
Exactly.
Sound of Egypt.
I took your advice. You told me you have to do it bigger next year. So we are doing like more of a world tour this time. We're doing like, so far we announced for Amsterdam and Czech Republic, and we're gonna do more stuff. So hopefully it will be something a bit
Like
not
this.
bad, not bad. Not like this, not like this.
Who's Afraid of 138? Looking forward to your set, man.
Yeah, me too.
Tomorrow you'll join us during the expedition in Mumbai,
Yes.
and we'll be joined by Shogun, Arne, and Rank One. All right, heading over to the stage. See you on the other end.
Yeah.
And right now, close your eyes and enjoy the sound of Cosmic.
Kevin Durand.
Guys, looking at the crowd, what are you planning to do right now?
Actually, as always, no idea. We always go on stage and then we see what we do, but it looks amazing.
You just did the Wake Your Mind tour in Australia. How did that turn out?
It was huge fun and hanging out with the other guys on tour and meeting new.
Can we expect something new tonight?
Yeah, we like today in the hotel room, we spent some time to do some like edits and some things. Like one new remix of one of our latest releases. Not our remix, another guy did a remix. So for sure we play this one, so have a listen and check it out.
The Rec Room. Rec Room. A State of Trance. A State of Trance 600.